What's going on? POA here, back with the most polarizing set since Magic 30. We got ourselves Commander Legends. I have said this, I am super excited for this product. Let me state for the record, this is not more expensive than Double Masters 2022. Okay, the draft boxes and the collector boxes are actually less than Double Masters 2022 was at release, just because, again, no MSRP, and Double Masters 2022 came out when the economy was a little bit better, and this came out when the economy is worse. So, you know, the collector boxes of these didn't spike, plus people have memory of those Double Masters 2022 collector boxes, and are like, maybe we shouldn't, like, pay $300 for one of those. You know, remembering how good VIPs were. That's kind of what happened, right? So, the price point's the same. Set boxes are really high, and I actually kind of look forward to opening some set boxes, and I almost thought about doing that first. Just because I'm really intrigued, because they're charging so much more for a set box that's the area where people are kind of forgetting that this is actually the same price. Double Masters 2022 didn't have set boxes. You only had draft, and chances are then it probably would have been the same, but at the same time, it does seem like the rare and mythic count is a lot higher out of a set box. Does that mean it pays for that? I don't know. This set is deep, right? It's a big set. It's a huge set. Some of the mythics, Urza didn't need another reprint. Morphon's a cool addition, but it's not necessarily like a set driver. Same thing with the head. Cool addition, not necessarily a set driver. There's how many mythics are there in 40? 40 mythics, I think, in total. And then, of course, rares. I'm glad certain downshifts happen, like Carador doesn't have to be a mythic ever again. But why does Carador have to be in this? Of course, then there's the other side of the argument that, well, if Carador is not going to be in a commander product, then where would it be right now, right? Still a really good commander card. So, that got downshifted to rare, thankfully, right? But it's kind of funny, like, when Kozilek the Great Distortion is kind of a bit of a womp-womp mythic pool. It's kind of interesting, actually. But there are other really, really good pools. And, of course, then they announced Wilds of Eldraine, that they're going to do kind of a Mystical Archives type thing with enchantments, that seems like everybody's in love with it. And, frankly, I am too. But, of course, Dublin Season and some other Tithe are on there. But, of course, if you're going to do enchantments, like, those are the two enchantments. But, hey, ever going to print Parallel Lives again? Or they just forget that card actually even exists. So, of course, they're going to print that again. But Dublin Season is one of the few cards I actually think can handle it, as long as then they go a long period of time without printing it. And that's the part where I don't believe anybody believes that will actually happen. And printing it twice in 1 year is quite a bit. And while the Mystical Archives don't add a crazy number of copies, because you remember when Demonic Tutor and Teferi's Protection were on it, those prices didn't drop dramatically. They went down a little, but they didn't drop dramatically. Right? That didn't add. You only get 1 to 2 of those mythics per box, so it doesn't flood the market with mythics. Anyway, so I'm gonna get into this first. I always think it's kind of funny, the summer sets, the ramping is always so bad. I know it's because of the heat. This is actually from an LGS in a part of the country that is extremely hot right now, so I think that's part of it. Anyway, let's get into Commander Masters. We're going to do this one box at a time. I'm excited. I am going to be intrigued to see what happens in the market. This is an expensive product following another expensive product in Lord of the Rings that was super popular. I commented on this actually months ago, that I was going to be intrigued to see how this set does, being another expensive set after an expensive set, because that's 2 expensive sets in one summer during a time period where our economy isn't exactly humming along. Don't get me wrong, there's some strength and things, but today U.S. just got credit downgraded, so things aren't wonderful out there. So having back-to-back expensive sets, I don't. And I know it's because in the end, it doesn't really matter. And people keep wanting to blame WotC. Guys, WotC unfortunately has a profit target to hit as part of a publicly traded company. And if you want to keep your job, you try to hit that target. Okay, that's how it works, unfortunately. And people really don't want to lose their jobs. So we can get mad at them all day long, but unfortunately that's the direction based off the board. That's the way it is. It's the way it is. It's the negatives of being a publicly traded company, unfortunately, is that you can't necessarily just take into account that, hey, the economy is terrible right now. We probably shouldn't do this. It's not really an option. It's you're doing this because we need to sell product. Pollen Bright Druid. Really good. Like the commons and uncommons in this set are fantastic. And I haven't gone through all of them yet. Fact or Fiction. While, yes, did that need to be in yet another set after Dominaria Remastered? No, but at this point, might as well. It's great for the limited environment, right? Slimefoot the Stowaway. Love it. Okay. Obviously, Elena Danner, I know you're not watching the video, but I love your artwork, like all of it. I think it's amazing. I think you are a phenomenal artist. The little detail that you put into everything, like just look at the little tiny trees. Like the level of detail you put into your artwork, to me, it's mind-blowing. I am going to be buying a bunch of the Elena Danner lands out of this set because I need a bunch of them because I want to use them in many decks. Just stating that everybody's got their favorite. Obviously, you've got the Rebecca Guay and the Mark Poole ones, which are also great, right? But me, like the Elena Danner art, that's where it's at. Reliquary Tower. See, additions like this to opening this product are fantastic, and I love the borderless treatments. I do. I am a sucker for them. I'm not a sucker for extended arts. I am not a sucker necessarily for like special foil varieties and things like that, but man, I am a sucker for borderless. I think they look great. For those that kind of know me a little deeper, sometimes when I pull borderless things, sometimes I sell the foil borderless and I keep the non-foil borderless because I want to play with the borderless. And so something like this, that gets me super jazzed up and it's super cool. Like, yep, that is cool artwork. Who is this? Mark Poole, figures. Frantic Search, right? Just one after the next. Obviously common and not a card I personally really play with, but still sweet. Exsanguinate. Obviously, baller card. People hate this thing. Scott Fisher art, fantastic. Didn't even realize there was a borderless version of this card. And of course, done by another fantastic artist. This set is amazing. And it makes me sad that there's so much negativity. But I also understand the negativity because of the price point. It's like hey! Yes! Fierce friggin' guardianship, baby. I made a comment to some of the patrons that I play with. And I kind of said, the only thing I think I don't like about Commander Masters is like everybody's going to run Fierce guardianship now. That's a positive and negative, even as a counter, as a person who, does play with, I play with mana drains quite a bit, I should say. Everybody's going to run Fierce, or the usage of Fierce Guardianship is going to go up tremendously. Is that good or bad? I don't know, but either way, that's awesome. Foil Fierce Guardianship, the first ever foil printing. Inspiring Statuary, obviously recently got the old bordered treatment. But again, if you're not going to have it in a commander set, where are you going to have it? Cool card. Nyxborn Behemoth. So at first I heard they were going to do the commander cards in these collector boxes, unlike obviously in Double Matches 2022, which didn't have collector boxes. And at first I was like, oh god, that's horrible. That's potentially going to take one of the slots. Oh my god, there's only 4 slots. That's going to be horrible. Like, that's going to make these boxes miserable. And that was my thought on the collector boxes. And then thankfully somebody pointed out, nah. There's another slot for that. I'm like, oh, whoo, good. Nyxborn Behemoth, not a Regal Behemoth. Neat. Hey, Obscuring Haze. All right, so that's 2 of the free spells in this box, and of course you got Azusa, protecting. And Magus of the Wheel, a bit of a womp womp in terms of the borderless foils. Bit of a womp womp, but still cool. Still cool. I don't know. I don't have a rhyme or a reason for what I'm doing yet. So no, let's do. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's just do that. Forget separating mythics. Oops, let's do that. Forget separating mythics in this video. We're just gonna do this. Okay. All right. Continuing on, I'll move you off to the side. Oops. The new hard to open packs. I always find it funny because Rudy doesn't do nearly the box openings he used to do, right? So then he pops into Lord of the Rings and he goes to the first pack. He's like, oh, I forgot. Crash of Rhino Beetles. Love it. But he opens the first pack. He's like, I forgot how hard these are to open now. It's like, yep. They made these things a lot tougher to open cleanly. Burnished Heart, Thought Vessel. Love to see it. Good addition. I actually didn't realize that was in here. Did they make a sweet borderless of that? So that's a Rebecca Guay art. Gorgeous. All of them. They home run on the lands. I know they're just lands. Home run. Slimefoot. Okay, in the sweet. Some of them are cooler than others. Let me state that for the record. I think Slimefoot's one of the cool ones. All That Glitters, another good borderless edition, and now Pauper. Counterspell, another sweet and borderless version. The RK Post art. Queen Marchesa, okay. Nahiri in the foil etched. Now this is one card, it was hovering at like $9 to $10 forever. But this is a card that unfortunately was never ever going to be able to withstand a reprinting. And sure enough, that's kind of the case. I think it's down to $1 now. And we're still officially in pre-release, day before the official release. Cacophony Unleashed. Okay. We got Mirren of Clan Nel Toth. All right. And Kaikar, the Wind's Fury. Shout out to Pat the Pauper. Yeah, that was a pretty weak pack. Not gonna sugarcoat that one. Wait, we have no mythics yet in 2 packs? Okay. I did get a Fierce Guardianship though. That's practically a mythic. In fact, that's way better to pull in a lot of the mythics. Wanders. Feed the Swarm. Sherry. I feel like now I have to make another Sherry deck. Ariel. Okay. Another Elena Danner Swamp. Look at the detail. I can hold it straight for a second. There we go. Return to Dust in the cool artwork. All That Glitters again. Kemba, downshifted thankfully. Mizzix, also downshifted thankfully. Magus of the... This is a Magus box? Come on. Or Magus, or I don't know. Okay, so we got ourselves one of the commanders. I believe this is the one with the Planeswalker deck. Vault of Champions. That's right. That's cool. All right, and Mythic. Hey, Ulamog in foil. Cool. Ceaseless Hunger, the best Ulamog. Fantastic. That's a good hit. All right. But that's our first non-commander mythic. So I'm hoping this pack brings another mythic or two to the party. Of course, I have already made arguments that like the rares in this set are so deep that you don't even necessarily have to rely on mythics. But in collector boxes, I feel like you kind of have to, actually. Mayor Smith, Generous Gift. This video is clearly going to take a moment. I always take my sweet time with the first box openings. And then eventually, much later down the line, I'll do some speed running. Mark Poole with the Island. Kodama's Reach. Love to see it. Path of Ancestry. Cool artwork. Not a card I personally use very much. Elvish Mystic in the borderless foil. That is such an awesome addition to this product. Heartless Hidetsugu, or Hidetsugu. Good reprint, not exactly a value piece, but Yuriko in the foil etched. Not the first foil etched Yuriko. Sliver Gravemother. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I don't need to buy the decks now. Training Center. Okay, this last card better be a mythic. It is. Extraplanar Lens in the borderless foil. Alright, so I'm not going to call that first box good. I don't believe that was a good box. But I did get some neat things. So there is that. But that was not a good box. Alright, you know, that... Oh my god. It was super quiet outside. I know people are going to complain because I'm going to talk about it right now. It was super quiet outside. I left the place open because it's going to get kind of warm out today. And one thing about the Western Washington area is that nobody has air conditioning. So place is open. All right, next box. Very few people have air conditioning. It's not a common thing. You pretty much had to like build a house and have it drown in sorrow. Very nice. Pretty much had to build a house and have it put in at that time. Reality Shift. Love the reprint. I know it's not expensive. Okay, we got ourselves a Rebecca Guay, another Rebecca Guay Swamp. Felwar Stone. Cool edition. Not my favorite of the artwork, but Nadier's Nightblade, a card I personally adore with cool artwork. Another Elvish Mystic. Fascinating. Commandeer. I find it really funny that this is also on the list for the set boxes. That's funny. not in a ha-ha funny way. Training Center. All right, our second Training Center. So I've noticed on other channels that there's been a lot of like case duplication. It's been interesting. We got ourselves Regal Sliver, which I think is one of the better new Sliver hits. Come on, get off. Deadly freaking Rollick, baby. I'm pretty sure it's Judith, right? Awesome. Love to see it. Hey, a foil Ur-Dragon. I don't own an Ur-Dragon, so that's sweet. Okay, and we have a bird. It's a Void. That was a good pack. That was a really good pack. Regal Sliver, Training Center, Deadly Rollick, Ur-Dragon. Good pack. Way better than box 1. Victimize. Love to see it. Although I have enough Victimizes from all my Commander Legends openings. Lochiel is a awesome inclusion at Uncommon. We have Markpool Mountain. Faithless Looting. Okay. Who is that character? I know he obviously is from New Capenna, but who is that character? Factor Fiction with the Richard RFK artwork. Some are like, I like some of them better than others. This one, eh. Faithless Looting again, that time in foil. Flawless Maneuver. Okay. Another one of the free cycle. Not bad. Mizzix. I didn't need another Mizzix ever, but so Mizzix is the kind of card admittedly that where I can kind of understand some of the complaints, because like this was just in Double Masters 2022. We didn't need another Mizzix, but at the same time, they have a certain card pool. They're trying to hit so many cards. They're also trying to make it into a draftable environment. I get it, but that one's a feel bad. Composer of Spring. That is a sweet card. Extended Art Composer of Spring. Hey, Steel Shaper's Gift. That was an edition I was incredibly thrilled with, because obviously it hasn't been printed since, I think, Fifth Dawn. And it needed it badly. And it got upshifted, which I think is fascinating. Not in a bad way. Hey, Gisela. I know that's not a hit, but I'm happy to pull one of those. I don't own one. And, hey, Voxy. Voxy, I know you're not watching, but looking good, girl. All right. Next pack. Next pack. If I can get it open. Come on. There we go. Alright, commons. Efficient construction, always usable. Who are you? I don't know you. I'll read you later. Ah, that is a gorgeous forest. Nice job, Rebecca. Not a shock. Darksteel Mutation in more RFK artwork, and I love it. Especially because it's Darksteel Mutation. Generous Gift with a borderless treatment. And downshifted to common, which is not bad. Nadier's Nightblade again, at time in foil. Heavenly Blade Master. Alright. I don't remember you, but I must have just looked over you. Balefire Dragon in freaking foil etched. Cool. That card, I never actually ever, like, so I do play with this card, but it never actually ever gets to do anything because it's an insta-kill, as it should be. As it should be. I'm not even mad. It's like, yeah, that's what it should be. Titan of Littjara. Or Littjara. Treasure Nabber. Neat card. I'm getting tired of people saying it's Ragavan. No, this is like Dockside Extortionist. That's that artwork. It's not Ragavan. What are you? You are yes. Fierce Guardianship in the Narset protecting things artwork with the frame break. That's frame break, right? That's sweet. That's sweet. That makes me happy. That pleases me. I am noticing, though, these collector boxes are not high in the mythic counts. So far, at least the ones I'm doing. So far, it's pretty low in the mythic counts. But I'm getting a bunch of rares I like. So, you know, it's not all. Sarek. We got Mark Poole. Come on, can I get more of the Elena Danner artwork? Slimefoot again. Command Tower. Love it. Thran Dynamo in the sweet new borderless artwork. Wrinkle. Downshifted as it should be. It should not be a mythic in a product like this. It's a perfectly good rare. Nekusar. Also downshifted. Was it downshifted? Was it ever really a mythic? Just because it was in a commander product and it had an orange symbol doesn't mean it's mythic, right? Either way, that's cool. Taunting Sliver. So we're pretty much able to almost have, like, put together part of the Sliver deck, I see. Azami. Not a hit, but neat inclusion. And Spectator Seeding, and I feel like that is, in fact, Strixhaven. Yep, and there's Quintorius making some comments. Yep, so that is Strixhaven. So Strixhaven Stadium. Cool. So that's my first collector box duo. Personally, I am planning on opening up more draft and set boxes of this product for myself. I'm not personally going hard in the collector box realm. I'm going to open some for myself like these two, and I'm probably... I got 2 videos I'm doing with patrons, and then... I might do another 2, and that'll be... So yeah, I guess I'm opening a subcase for myself, and that actually is quite a bit, isn't it? Ugh. Anyway, I want to do more draft and set. I want a greater variety of this product. I want more of these sweet borderless artworks. So I know I'm doing a lot more of that product personally than I would with some other product where I'm kind of hunting the flashy, right? But we're still going to do plenty of collector boxes. So there's that too. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. You can share your please. You can also share your negativity below. I may not click like, but I understand it, right? And there's a lot of positivity, a lot of negativity around this. I think the set's sweet. I feel like there's a lot of commentary around that the set is sweet, but, and then the buts are the hard part. Wizards has to be careful. You need reprints, and I don't think this was a bad product. I think it was a great product. Should it have been next summer instead of this summer? But again, I don't think they had a choice in the matter. So we can get mad at them, but I don't believe the decision-making process was theirs. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and that's that. So appreciate it, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. More Commander Masters on the way. You're going to get tired of it.